Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Hearthstone just announced their new expansion, Voyage to the Sunken City, and I figured I'd try something a little bit new, so let's make a reaction video of this announcement video. I have not watched this video yet, I don't know what cards and stuff they're going to talk about in this video, but let's go in, check that out, and I will give my fresh impressions. Here we go.
The ancient civilization of Zin Ajari, pulled beneath the waves 10,000 years ago, along with its riches and secrets.
So the Zin Ajari refers to the elves and the original war against the Burning Legion, and the sinking of the city and the transformation of those inhabitants loyal to the Queen to the Naga.
Legends persist that the city's ruins have survived, attracting nautical warriors, treasure seekers, and mythical beasts alike. The intrepid explorers of Team Hearthstone return from an expedition through dangerous waters to reveal the fate of the fabled civilization. Join us as we voyage to the Sunken City.
Back in my World of Warcraft days, I used to hate all of these underwater expansions because the movement in those underwater expansions was pretty awkward. Just not very fun zones to be in. But of course in Hearthstone we don't have any such limitations, so it's just a thematic setting. So my expectations for this one are a little bit higher.
Let's meet the crew of the Leviathan. Dive master and amateur welterweight cage fighting champion Leo Robles Gonzalez. Speaks fluent Murloc.
I know enough to get by.
Ambassador Phelan, the financier of the expedition. Pays in cash, pays on time. Marine archaeologist Edward Goodwin, legend-level Hearthstone player who once defeated Reno Jackson in a staring contest.
The secret is to just never blink.
And of course, the expedition's commander, Pora Georgiou. Fearless, brilliant, modest.
The team departed Irvine Harbor promptly at 0500. The expedition was underway.
An illuminated debris field seemed to guide our way on the ocean floor.
Through the main porthole, we could see the gilded domes come into view through the silt. Zin Ajari.
As if Azara would actually allow them there. Yeah, that never happened.
There was no time for celebration. Immediately, our expedition encountered fierce resistance. Zin Ajari seemed to be protected by the brand new minion type, the Naga.
Like spell?
Well, technically we have had Naga in Hearthstone before, like Naga Sea, which just didn't have the tribal tag Naga, so tribal tag Naga is a new thing in Hearthstone. I actually wonder if they're going to go back and change all the old Naga minions to Nagas. I guess they probably will, because they have done such retrofitting before as well. And alright, here is the first new card. So a 2-mana 2/3 spell coiler. If you cast a spell while holding this, discover a spell. Oh, that's pretty powerful actually, because then whenever you have that in your hand and you cast a spell, so you can play this on a later turn and then you get to discover, yeah, some random stuff. Ouch.
Coiler here. Most Naga are adept at weaving spells. Our ship was bombarded by their battle cry, which keeps spells rolling in hand over fist. That's a nautical term.
Naga is an entirely new minion type, so we kept a weather eye for synergies. Like Serpent Wig.
Another new card, a priest 1-mana spell. Give a minion +1/+1 if you play the Naga while holding this. Add a Serpent Wig to your hand. Apparently then you have to play another Naga in order to, otherwise it's just an infinite loop, right? Okay, that doesn't actually seem that powerful. It's kind of Libram-like. But does Priest have anything that really benefits from casting multiple spells over and over in Libram-like fashion? Remember that the Miracle Priest stuff is all rotating out of standard, so it can't really be used with those and then just be made cheaper infinitely.
If you played a Naga while holding Serpent Wig, you'll get a brand new copy of Serpent Wig in your hand.
It's unclear why wigs are so important in Naga culture. Further study is definitely warranted.
The onslaught was too much. We were ready to go down with the ship.
What? No, I wasn't.
Is that what she said? She's crazy, like for real crazy.
Just when all seemed lost, our crew met an unlikely ally.
An ally?
The Waveblade clan, sworn enemy of the Naga, came to our aid with a shot across the bow.
Alright, so now we're getting some Uncohen. Uncohen were your allies in Nasyatar in World of Warcraft, but they don't get the tribal tag. Sad times. First being hunted by the Naga, almost extinct, don't even get your tribal tag. Yep, that's tough. Anyway, the card itself. Legendary card, 4 mana, 2/6 neutral card Battlecry. Secretly choose to counter the next minion or spell your opponent plays while this is alive. Whoa, that's pretty tough. Counter spell or counter minion? Okay. And it's a neutral too. Oh, right.
Raid Master Okani. He's a legendary minion and the perfect counter to those spell-weaving Naga.
His battle cry secretly counters your opponent's next minion or their spell. Either
Oh,
make the
not
minion
Mr.
walk
Smite.
blank,
Or keep those pesky spellcasters down in the doldrums. That's another nautical term.
2/6 stat line isn't that
Blade
strong
Master
though.
Okani is free
We'll
to
see.
all players who log in right now.
Okay, right now.
Thanks
Right.
to my bold leadership, the expedition was safe for the moment. We pressed on to more important matters, getting paid.
When the city sank, so did its riches. Now the ocean floor is littered with all kinds of plunder.
To get our hands on it, we had to deploy Hearthstone's newest keyword, Dredge.
Dredge?
Tuskar Trawler is the right pirate for the
What
job.
does that mean?
Dredge scours the bottom 3 cards of your deck and then pulls one up to the surface. Ka-ching!
Some minions are always on the lookout for specific plunder. Like Bloodscent Vilefin.
Okay, so it's probably not that important, like digging at the bottom. That's kind of, yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. Your deck is randomly ordered anyway. That's just a flavor thing. Especially as we don't have a lot of effects in the game at the moment that would actually send cards to the bottom. We can't really control the order of the deck. But obviously, getting to discover what's going to be happen next in your draws. Then if there's even further tutoring effects with that, like this one. If it's Murloc, changes cost to health instead of mana. Warlock Murloc? 4 mana 4/4 Murloc. Ooh. I used to play a lot of Warlock Murloc back in the day. That was a fun deck back in Vanilla. Yeah, alright. I'm intrigued.
If it dredges up a Murloc, it changes its mana cost to health. Ka-ching!
When you're between the devil and the deep blue sea, it never hurts to have a few dredge cards at the ready. Especially if your opponent tries to use Bootstrap Sunkeneer to send your minions into the abyss.
I need to scroll back a little bit. So what were the stats of that thing? Bootstrap Sunkeneer, 5 mana, 4/4 pirate. Combo, put an enemy minion on the bottom of your opponent's deck. Alright, well, now we actually have cards that put stuff at the bottom of the deck. But that's kind of countered by the new dredge mechanic, so doesn't that make it pretty bad if people are actively using dredge, so then they can quite easily get it back? On the other hand, whenever you can put card from play to the bottom of the deck, or to the deck, even if you put it on top of the deck, that's still quite a powerful effect. This is exactly the type of effect that Rogue specializes in Hearthstone. Rogue is like the only real tempo class in Hearthstone, using tempo to just deny stuff from the opponent, not necessarily destroying their things, but just denying actions and undoing what the opponent has been doing in order to gain an advantage, gain an opening, and win the game. And yeah, this is exactly the type of card to do that. But it costs 5 mana, and that's a combo effect, so how hard is that to activate? How fast is the game going to be? There's a lot of unanswered questions here.
Tries to use Bootstrap Sunkeneer to send your minions into the abyss.
Remember, everything the citizens of Zinajari owned is now scattered across the ocean floor, so you'll find unusual yet useful artifacts everywhere.
That doesn't quite sound true, you know, because the citizens of Zinajari are now the Naga, and they're still living there, so, like, why would they leave all their stuff hanging around? I don't know, but logic has never been useful in Hearthstone anyway, so let's take a look at the next card. The Azaran Sweeper, 3 mana 3/4 mech. Alright, we haven't seen a lot of mechs lately, but okay. Battlecry, put a Sunken Sweeper on the bottom of your deck. But what is a Sunken Sweeper?
Like a Jaran Sweeper. This minion will deep six a Sunken Sweeper straight to the bottom of your deck.
Okay, so Sunken Sweeper is 3 mana 3/4. Battlecry, add 3 random mechs to your hand. How is the mech pool? There aren't that many mechs, right? There might be ways to control this, unless we're getting a lot of new mechs here.
After dredging it up, Sunken Sweeper lets you add 3 random mechs to your hand.
Let's you add.
Ka-ching!
Or just
With plenty
adds.
of ka-ching in the hold, the team had bigger fish to fry. We dove to 1,000 Fathom.
Alright, a Paladin card. 3 mana 2/5 beast. Shimmering Sunfish. Battlecry if you're holding a holy spell. Gain Taunt and Divine Shield. Okay, it's a beast tag. 3 mana 2/5 with Taunt and Divine Shield. Alright, that is potential. Okay.
And emerged amongst a school of shimmering sunfish.
Gorgeous specimens, extremely rare at this depth.
Lots of minions that have low attack and high health here, by the way. We'll see whether are they trying to make the game a little bit slower, or are they trying to make useless cards? We will find out in the near future.
Very tasty pan-fried with some sage and a little coriander.
Yes, a curious species. If you're holding a holy spell, gain Taunt and Divine Shield. Fascinating.
And tasty.
Although beautiful, their sudden appearance can signal the presence of predators.
And we weren't disappointed.
Wow.
Without warning, a massive creature appeared on sonar. Snack time was over.
Colac is a
Alterac. 7 mana. 5 beast. Colossal +1. Immune while you control Colac Shell. What? Colac Shell. 5 mana, 0/8 beast. Taunt. Death Rattle gain 8 armor. Druid cards. Beast. Beast druid cards. What does Colossal do? How do you get the shell? We need answers.
Colossal minion that is so huge it's impossible to fit him on just one card. When Colossal minions are summoned, they spawn their appendages. These will play off
Okay.
the main body in very interesting ways. For example, Colac is immune while his hardened shell stays intact.
Despite the appearance of this massive beast, I held my composure and I led the crew to safety.
All hands on deck!
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die!
We battened down the hatches and held her together. But to make matters worse, something about our very own benefactor,
Alright, a neutral legendary card. 4 mana 4/5 Ambassador Phelan. Battlecry, put 3 colossal minions on the bottom of your deck. Okay.
Ambassador Phelan seemed to attract more of the massive beasts.
Beasts.
Playing Ambassador Phelan will put 3 Colossal minions on the bottom of your deck.
Off the port side, we encountered an absolute
How many
behemoth,
colossal minions are there in the game?
Zalag of the Abyss.
Well, that's a colossal minion. A demon hunter colossal minion. 7 mana. Demon. 3/6 demon colossal +4. Does it mean like it summons 4 of those, or what does the plus mean? At the start of your turn, increase the damage of Zillax Stalks by 1. Zillax Stalk. At the end of your turn, deal 1 damage to a random enemy. So are you getting 4 of these? And then they start pew-pewing all over the place? Is that what's going to happen?
Zalag spawns 4 stalks when he's summoned. At
That's
the end
what's
of your
going to
turn,
happen.
These stalks will deal 1 damage to a random enemy. And then at the start of your turn, Zalag will
Random
increase
enemy,
the
it can go
damage the
face.
stalks deal by 1. Dwarfed by the colossal minions, the expedition appeared to be sunk. Fate had dealt us a bad hand, and there was only one thing left to do.
Praise
Swim to
Nesol.
safety?
Grab life jackets?
Go
Nesol.
down with the ship and accept our fate. But fate had other plans. Out of the blue, Sir Finley's sea guide came to our aid,
Finley?
helping us to turn the tides. With the ship badly damaged, the team was forced to surface.
There's still so much more to uncover in Hearthstone's latest expansion. Repairs are already underway for our next voyage.
Imagine the sorts of treasures and artifacts that still lay at the bottom of the ocean floor.
We're always
They're
looking
all
for
used
new
by the
recruits
Naga.
to join our team. So if you've got a thirst for adventure, enlist today and join us on our voyage to the Sunken City.
So we're gonna mutiny, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wait, what? Is that a nautical term?
Alright, so the first expansion of the new year, Hearthstone Voyage to the Sunken City, comes on April 12th. Alright, there's plenty more cards to be revealed and I'll be taking a look at them as they come. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and check out my Twitch channel.